What is up, everyone? I am back on this beautiful Sunday. Um, this is probably going to be a longer video. I've been putting some thought into it, and um, I hope what I'm trying to convey, comes across the right way. I think that's the best way to put it. So, looking back on my life, I have come to the conclusion that I was an addict long before I ever touched any drug. Um, I guess I had smoked marijuana here and there, but definitely was not an addiction. Um, I think my first addiction was working. When I had the chance, to make extra money over time, whatever it was, tips, commission. Um, I worked my ass off from the age of 14 um, on. I mean, I always, put my best effort, my best foot forward, in anything that I'm um, doing or working on, trying to accomplish. I mean, I feel like it's natural to want to do your best. So I definitely feel like working and making money was my first true addiction. And not long after that, shopping became the next, addiction for me. Um, you know, I was, um, I was really naive and pretty sheltered, I feel like, for the majority of my, teen years. And I ended up moving to San Diego on my birthday in 2007. Initially, I was just supposed to go out for a couple of weeks, get to know everybody and their systems, and then come back home and process the loans out of my home. I was self-employed at the time. But when I got to San Diego, I don't know, like, and when I walked out of that airport, I knew that I was going to want to stay longer than 2 weeks. And the company really, really wanted me to move out there. And the only reason, like, I struggled was because um, I had a 4-year-old little boy. Um, but, you know, his dad was always involved, and um, an amazing father. And I made the company promise that they would fly me back once a month so that I could see, my son. I still talked to him on the phone every day. And I was only in San Diego for 15 months because if you know anything about the mortgage business, right around 07, 08 is when problems started arising. And, you know, a lot of us that were in that business had no idea, you know, what was coming. And I was so young. I was only 17 when I started as a receptionist there, and got promoted twice in the first year of being there. Um, but, I mean, it's like, the rug got pulled out from under you. I mean, I I had a brand new vehicle. I bought my ex-husband a brand new truck. We were living in an amazing, beautiful home that we built. Um, 5 bedrooms, 3,500 square feet. I mean, it was like truly my dream home. Um, and when there's no more money coming in, um, what do you do? You know what I mean? What do you do? The cars ended up getting repossessed. The house went into foreclosure, and somebody bought it for a little over 200,000. I had paid 400 for the house. They got it at a steal. I mean, and that house was immaculate. Like, it's not like it was a trash. This foreclosure was, I mean, truly only about the fact that we couldn't afford to live there anymore. But the people that bought that house actually still live in it, and it's only a mile, maybe 2 miles from where I live now. So anyhow, I wanted to just talk, a little bit about how I believe, my addiction started long before drugs were involved. And I when I moved out to San Diego in '07, I mean, you know I was introduced to everything. I mean, it's a whole different, you know, it's a whole different ball game. San Diego versus, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Um, I didn't have any friends, growing up that got into drugs or anything of that nature. So it was never really even a thought for me. But when I got out to San Diego, I not immediately, obviously, but I did eventually, start trying most of the drugs. I'm not going to say all, because psychedelics I haven't done. I'm just too scared about doing those because I have severe anxiety. So I I did try, not everything, but I don't know, 75% of what I could have, something along the lines of that. And even in San Diego, I never got addicted to anything that I tried. I was, busting my butt working, but also, having fun, going out, partying. But, uh, you know, I don't ever recall any of those 15 months where I was, I needed a substance to function, I guess is a good way to put it, because opiates, what I ultimately became addicted to, you know, you can't just quit opiates, you know, if you've been on them for longer than a few days and you just suddenly stop taking them, your body is going to let you know. Withdrawals are, I mean, at some points, during those times that I did withdraw, um, I felt like I would have rather just died. I mean, it's that bad. And that is truly what keeps me, um, grounded and sober. Uh, you know, an addict is, they say an addict is always going to be an addict. You can't take that part of somebody and like remove it. But you have to get, you have to get stronger and take control of your life back. I mean, letting a substance, dictate my life, my every move I made kind of thing. Like, I just would never have imagined that that's what would have happened. I was just so clueless and naive, and I definitely liked, the oxys out in San Diego. That's the first time that I had an opiate, with the exception of a few perks here and there, I want to say. But I, even in San Diego, I did not, I was not addicted to opiates. I didn't need them to function. That didn't happen until I started dancing. I think this is a good place to stop for the moment. And I will, excuse me, I will come back and finish this video hopefully tonight. But I just feel like this is a good spot um, to take a break and let me collect my thoughts a little more, and I will be back. See you guys soon. Bye.